surprised at all. It's who he is. It's who he is. I've always thought that he's a horrible person, and this is every bit of proof.
To help you start a business, but I need you guys to take what I've already started and triple and double that.
Floyd Mayweather is bankrupt. At least that's what Logan Paul thinks. Logan hopped on the walkway to Fight Club show, and when he was asked about being paid, he was nothing short of honest.
It's unfortunate because, saying Floyd Money Mayweather, surely I was going to get my check fairly quickly, right? And that didn't happen, so I'm sure it'll come eventually, right?
In a surprising twist, Floyd Mayweather was seen tearing up during a live broadcast after longtime associate Leonard Ellerbe allegedly leaked documents revealing that the undefeated champion might be facing bankruptcy.
And the business model that he put out there, it doesn't necessarily work for everyone. Okay. But it's a business model. These fighters aspire to be great, but they also aspire to shit money.
The emotional moment left viewers in shock as Mayweather, known for his extravagant lifestyle and persona centered around wealth, has always projected an image of financial invincibility. If the leaked information is accurate, it could significantly shift public opinion of the former champion and raise critical questions about the true cost of maintaining such a luxurious lifestyle.
Tank a Mayweather Promotions fighter still? Is he not? What is his his involvement with Mayweather Promotions, or is it just all still PBC, Al Heyman?
Yeah, Tank is not signed to Mayweather Promotions.
Okay. Gotcha.
He's not signed to Mayweather Promotions. His contract ran out.
Yeah.
And that's fine. But as I always say, contracts don't define relationships.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. is more than just a boxer. He's considered one of the greatest defensive fighters in history and a highly successful businessman. Born in Grand Rapids, Michigan, Mayweather turned professional in 1996 and built a career that many athletes envy. Renowned for his speed, intelligence, and defensive skills, he retired with an unblemished 50-0 record. However, what truly set Mayweather apart was his ability to capitalize on his brand through savvy promotions, especially with his company, Mayweather Promotions, and blockbuster fights against Manny Pacquiao and Conor McGregor. Mayweather earned over $1 billion in his career. He flaunted his wealth, earning the nickname Money Mayweather and turning it into a global brand. With private jets, diamond-studded watches, and extravagant shopping sprees, Mayweather became a symbol of success and luxury, but as often happens with those who amass great wealth, a darker reality lies behind the glittering facade.
Mayweather, the highest paid athlete, not the highest paid boxer, the highest paid athlete in the world. I had the opportunity and pleasure to be around him for many years. I was his personal shopper. I was a personal friend of his family. One of my greatest memories of being just lucky enough to even be around that environment was watching him train. Watching Floyd Mayweather train is a masterclass in discipline. It is a masterclass in work ethic. It is a masterclass in this is how you execute and get stuff done. Every rep, he hits it hard. There's not one lazy rep. He does everything at such a high frequency, so elevated. I'm like, goodness gracious, watching this man train, it's like, that's how I want to train for life. I've been to the club with Floyd where we leave in the club 3, 4 in the morning and he's still going to hit his 6 miles. He'll have all the cars follow him and he's running down the Las Vegas Strip, down back streets.
How much is it?
$1.8 million.
$1.8 million watch.
$1.8 million, dude?
You're the first to see it.
That's insane. That
1.8 is high. 18 life.
That happy birthday, champ. That's how we doing. That is sick, dude. Wow. You gotta show him what he's saying.
Money green.
Hold on. This watch was made specifically for the champ, Floyd Money Mayweather. One of one piece.
One of one.
The money team.
Can we see it on him?
Yes, sir.
That one of one.
$1.8 million.
One of champ. I love that.
Mayweather Promotions, founded by Floyd Mayweather Jr., quickly became a dominant force in the boxing world. Supported by Mayweather's unparalleled success and global fame, the company carved a unique niche, focusing on fighter empowerment and high-profile fights. Leonard Ellerbe, the former CEO, played a crucial role in taking the brand to new heights. Under his leadership, Mayweather Promotions was instrumental in organizing some of the most iconic and financially lucrative bouts in boxing history. Among The company's crowning achievements was the 2015 Mayweather vs. Manny Pacquiao fight, which shattered pay-per-view records and generated over $600 million in revenue. Additionally, the 2017 mega fight between Mayweather and UFC star Conor McGregor further cemented the company's status as a promotional powerhouse, drawing over 4 million pay-per-view buys. These events not only generated massive profits, but also captured global attention, making the Mayweather brand synonymous with spectacle and success.
18-0 in 12-round fights.
Like he tried to get Pacquiao out of here.
Exactly. Power entered the ring. He didn't get off to his fastest start.
Or flat to the right anytime he gets ready.
Gets him into the corner.
Wes, using the jab as a not more than a rangefinder because it landed to land against the ropes. He wheels off those.
Mayweather with a sense in his mind that he wants to do, he can do.
Mayweather, because they felt that he was the obstacle to getting the fight made.
He couldn't fight as he did against Margarito on much slower.
He came in not really as up on point like Floyd was, and he got a way different outcome.
Without the tactical ammunition to open up. And in Grand Rapids, Las Vegas.
Leonard Ellerbe's tenure as CEO of Mayweather Promotions was marked by sharp business insights, strategic foresight, and a deep understanding of boxing under his guidance. The company thrived both financially and in terms of its impact on the sport's future. One of his most significant success stories was Gervonta Tank Davis, who was discovered and mentored by Mayweather and Ellerbe. Davis evolved from a promising talent into a global pay-per-view sensation, with his thrilling knockouts and undefeated record making him a household name. Much of Davis's success is attributed to Ellerbe's hands-on approach to his promotion.
He the one told Frank that I was running at 7 o'clock in the morning, Friday. He told Frank that. He was giving Frank tips and stuff like that. But I knew for sure that wasn't going to be enough to beat me. It's cool. It's all right. I don't really think too much of it. He's not gonna hurt me, you know what I mean? So it's good to be with him than be cool with him, because he can do some crazy stuff. He'll put you in bad situations.
When Leonard Ellerbe stepped down from Mayweather Promotions, it sent shockwaves through the boxing world. Gervonta Davis, who had already voiced dissatisfaction with the direction of his career, didn't hold back in expressing his frustration. In interviews and on social media, Davis made it clear that he felt misled and underappreciated by both Ellerbe and Mayweather. He suggested that the focus has shifted more toward business optics rather than developing fighters. The departure marked a shift in the once inseparable Mayweather Promotions team, signaling that even the most successful partnerships in boxing can face internal challenges.
Hi there and welcome to Jam's Boxing Chat. This is just a quick one that the CEO of Mayweather Promotions, Leonard Ellerbe, has left his role with immediate effect. He's been replaced by Richard Schaefer. God knows what's going on in the Mayweather camp, but I'm sure we'll find out soon.
Amid allegations of a massive multi-million-dollar scam, fresh reports have emerged suggesting Floyd Mayweather may be facing bankruptcy. These revelations have added more fuel to the ongoing controversy surrounding him. The rumors of financial collapse are no longer mere whispers. Even figures within the combat sports world are speaking out. Former UFC fighter and analyst Chael Sonnen made a bombshell claim that the much-hyped Mayweather vs. McGregor fight, often touted as one of the most profitable events in sports history, might not have been as successful as advertised. Sonnen alleged that many of the empty seats in the arena were filled with people posing as fans, a trick designed to make the venue appear sold out. As someone who attended and covered the event, Sonnen didn't hold back, calling out the illusion created by Mayweather's PR machine.
I mean, it's such two big draws. They promoted it so
it's
well.
All anybody's talking about.
Yeah, there's still a number.
Yeah.
I mean, no matter how big a draw is, there's still a number. If this guy got 100 million, this guy got 100 million, then you got to advertise it, promote it. You got to bring
it's the guarantees that kill everything. If they were just getting percentages, then obviously everybody would.
You're saying the seats were empty. I can understand it not making the money, but the seats being empty seems
peculiar.
Yeah, and there's nothing in the world where you have a pay-per-view hit that didn't have a live audience hit. Like if your live audience is your first focus group, isn't sold out, you didn't do pay-per-view numbers.
Sure.
But boxing will still claim that to this day. They still to this day claim claim that that's number one. And if you want to be the biggest pay-per-view in boxing history, all you have to do is claim it.
Floyd Mayweather's downfall seemingly began when Leonard Ellerbe, his longtime advisor and the former CEO of Mayweather Promotions, officially resigned. Ellerbe wasn't just a business partner, he was the mastermind behind many of Mayweather's most lucrative moves outside the ring. For years, Ellerbe handled negotiations, promoted events, and managed the brand's image. His departure signaled the beginning of a slow decline for Mayweather's empire. Without Ellerbe's strategic guidance, cracks started to appear within the company. Promotions lost their spark, new fighters began distancing themselves from the brand, and rumors of financial mismanagement began circulating. Insiders suggested that Floyd, left without a trusted right-hand man, struggled to manage the operations and decisions that Ellerbe had previously handled. As a result, Mayweather's once thriving empire began to lose direction.
So how do I say goodbye to someone who's been with me?
As the internal conflict within Mayweather Promotions grew louder, speculation spread that Leonard Ellerbe hadn't stepped down voluntarily, but was possibly ousted. Though no official statements confirmed this, Floyd Mayweather's unusual silence on the matter only fueled the rumors. Known for his outspoken personality and control over his public image, Floyd's decision to stay silent raised questions across the industry.
I remember first hearing an issue between Floyd and Gervonta before Gervonta fought Pedraza. And the issue I heard was that Floyd didn't want Gervonta to stay in Baltimore because he felt there was too many distractions for him in Baltimore and he wanted to stay in Vegas. And the story I was told at that time was that Floyd gave Gervonta one of his penthouses or one of his apartments in the Palms Hotel, and he said, "This is your apartment. I'll furnish it for you." He got him a Jeep. At the time, Gervonta was not a world champion. He got him like a Jeep, a 4x4. You know, he basically said, "I'll make it comfortable for you. I don't want you to go to Baltimore. I want you to stay here. I don't think Baltimore is the place for you," you know? And what I was told was Gervonta sold all the furniture, sold the Jeep, and went back to Baltimore and bought a Benz. You know, with that's what I was real. That's what I was told at the time. So
after Leonard Ellerbe's resignation, Mayweather Promotions needed someone with experience and vision to continue its prominence in boxing. Richard Schaefer, former CEO of Golden Boy Promotions, was considered a prime candidate due to his extensive experience and success in promoting high-profile fights, including the famous Mayweather vs. De La Hoya showdown. Schaefer's deep industry connections and negotiation skills made him a natural fit to lead the company through uncertain times. However, despite his qualifications, Schaefer faced a daunting challenge. Ellerbe had been more than just a businessman. To Mayweather, he had been a close partner who helped shape the company. Additionally, the timing of Ellerbe's departure seemed to coincide with rising tensions between Mayweather and Gervonta Davis, once seen as the future of Mayweather Promotions. Davis's dissatisfaction with the company's promotional direction was a key factor in the division, and insiders speculated that Ellerbe may have been caught in the middle of the power struggle between the two.
Owes a bunch of gambling debts. Floyd, okay? And he tried to plant fake news out here saying that he was in downtown LA giving out money, and then he was at the, what do you call it, the basketball game. This is Floyd in Dubai. Yeah, Because there's a lot of people out here that think just because people are flashing money means that they have money. It's so backwards. You just don't understand how backwards it is, okay? Because when you earn it, like I said, you don't want nobody to know you got it. But here's the thing, if Floyd had money, don't you think the money would have already been transferred there? If Floyd had money, don't you think the money would have already been transferred there?
Floyd Mayweather's relationship with Gervonta Davis was fraught with tension. Both inside and outside the ring, their feud played out publicly, with Mayweather expressing frustration over Davis's behavior and commitment. Davis even took to Twitter, calling Mayweather a derogatory name, though he later deleted the post. Leonard Ellerbe, however, remained supportive of Davis, believing in his potential and seeing him as the sport's future. Before Floyd became the iconic Money Mayweather, his financial issues were already brewing long before his extravagant lifestyle Mayweather faced serious tax problems and was reportedly at risk of jail time due to unpaid taxes. Desperate to avoid prison, he borrowed $1 million to cover a portion of his IRS debt, a move that exposed his struggle to maintain his public image. At one point, his outstanding tax bill reached a staggering $20 million, raising doubts about his financial planning. Despite his flashy image, it became apparent that Mayweather's spending was outpacing his earnings, suggesting that the empire he built was not as indestructible as it seemed.
Mayweather up until recently didn't have any money, so Floyd is the highest earning athlete in his career, making over $1.1 billion. And after making a killing, he ended up retiring in 2017. However, he dug himself into a hole after making super lavish purchases like this LA mansion. It was so bad that he actually owed $22.2 million to the IRS, which made him have to come out of retirement to pay that back. Like and follow for more.
Leonard Ellerbe played a crucial role in shaping Mayweather Promotions into a dominant force in boxing. He was instrumental in promoting historic bouts, including the record-breaking Mayweather vs. Pacquiao fight, and helped nurture talents like Gervonta Davis under Ellerbe's leadership. Davis went from a promising fighter to a pay-per-view star, solidifying his place as one of boxing's brightest talents. However, after Ellerbe's resignation, concerns about Floyd Mayweather's legacy grew. Ellerbe expressed fears that, without proper leadership, Mayweather's reputation could be damaged by any missteps. He warned that, without the right guidance, Mayweather might end up tarnishing his once legendary status in the sport.
Now, this comes amid, rumors of Floyd Mayweather being stuck in Dubai because he owes people money. And, these are coming from trustworthy sources, Gervonta Davis, Floyd Mayweather, people who know about Floyd Mayweather's inner life. But back to TMZ. So they reported Floyd Mayweather was courtside for last night's pivotal Clippers versus Mavericks game. But before money got to the arena, he was handing it out, blessing 3 homeless men with $30K. Now, there are no pictures. There is no video of this happening. But there is an official TMZ article, and TMZ usually gets it right. TMZ also said, we're told Mayweather began talking to the guys and decided he wanted to help. So he busted out his backpack and blessed each guy with 10 racks. I don't want to show my face, but Floyd just gave us $30,000, Reynolds, one of the men, said after receiving the gift.
In what may be the final blow to Floyd Mayweather's reputation, he is now facing multiple allegations of fraud that threaten to unravel what remains of his empire. At the center of these accusations is a $40 million property scam involving a fraudulent real estate investment scheme. Investors were allegedly misled into putting millions into luxury developments that either didn't exist or failed to materialize. The scheme included fabricated documents, doctored financial projections, and fake blueprints to create the illusion of legitimacy. Mayweather's public association with the project helped attract high-profile investors, many of whom now feel betrayed. Meanwhile, Mayweather's attempts to salvage his image through charitable donations, such as those to homeless shelters, were called into question after he posted images of himself enjoying luxury in Dubai. While the donations were supposedly being made, the situation took a darker turn when Gervonta Davis, once Mayweather's protege, claimed that Floyd was actually held hostage in Dubai due to unpaid debts linked to luxury jewelry. Davis's bold accusation sent shockwaves through the boxing world, amplifying doubts about Mayweather's financial stability.
Oscar De La Hoya and Canelo going back and forth. I know you kind of told Oscar off yourself in the last press conference you was in with.
I don't really, I was obviously here. Oscar is just being Oscar. But Canelo has a lot of knowledge and a lot of information. I do know that. And Pandora's box is probably opened up.
Right.
It's probably anything goes now.
Right. Yeah, I was reading the translation of what he said. I was like, oh, he said all of that. I was shocked. Yeah. So my final question to you is, I was talking to some other people in the media. Who do you think will win in their prime at maybe middleweight? Canelo versus Oscar De La Hoya?
A lot of people have asked me that. I'm not a fan of the mythical matchups.
Yeah.